Hi guys, I'm doing this video because you request it like crazy. You're like, what blends do you use? What blends do you use? What blends do you make at home? I want to show you a couple of those things. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Today we are going to make a couple things. We are going to make a night-night spray with essential oils and magnesium that helps little ones go to sleep at night. The other thing we're going to make is a hand sanitizer. We're going to make some kid-safe roll-on oil, and I'm going to show you why I don't buy the diluted roll-ons and why I make them, because of the savings is insane. And if you know percentage-wise how much of the essential oils goes into it, you're going to want to make them yourself too, definitely. So I'm going to show you a couple of things and a couple of the products that I use to make them, and let's get started. So now I'm going to show you some options for your kid-safe anti-germ recipe, and if you have children that are 10 or above, you can also use kind of like the stronger version that is going to be more like this essential oil. So the first recipe is going to be $30 drops of cinnamon leaf. Make sure it is not cinnamon bark. You want to make sure it's cinnamon leaf, and I use Florahana. And then 35 drops of sweet orange and 35 drops of fir needle. That can also be, in Florahana, it's called Scots pine. Most pines are going to be fir needle, and fir needle is kind of like the basic way to say fir needle, but Scots pine is actually a fir needle, and that one is what I use for Florahana too. So 30 drops, 30 drops of the cinnamon leaf, 35 drops of the sweet orange, and 35 drops of the fir needle. And what you're going to want to do is, I really highly suggest using a little funnel. I got this little 2-pack of funnels. For some reason, when these bottles drop, they really don't always drop right out of the hole, and you end up with a huge mess of essential oils on whatever you're doing. And this is just a really good way to kind of get them where you want them to go. That is our recipe for anti-germ. So what I love about that anti-germ recipe is it's totally kid safe. It does have cinnamon, so it has to be diluted. So you can either diffuse it, you can dilute it, and I'm going to tell you and put a little conversion chart on how many drops to dilute. I'll flash that up really quick. So if you're using it topically on the skin, and the other thing you can do is make a roller ball out of it. So let's start with our hand sanitizer. I know people are obsessed with hand sanitizer. Start off with our blend that we made that's similar to this. And we are going to take a squeeze bottle. So I love these silicone squeeze bottles. If you are going to be mixing essential oils into anything, you really want to avoid putting them in plastic because it's really going to break them down. Silicone will not break down, and it's squishy and nice. And I love these silicone bottles. I got them in a pack, and I'll put the link below for them, but I absolutely love these. This is a 3-ounce size, and I believe they have different sizes. So what you do is you take the lid off of this, and our recipe is going to consist of 5 tablespoons, and you can convert that into ounces, of aloe vera. This is kind of like the cleanest version of aloe vera that I have found. It's from Lily of the Desert. So you're gonna take 5 tablespoons of the aloe vera, and you're gonna put that in the bottle. And then you're going to take 4 tablespoons of water. It's going to give it a little runnier consistency. It's going to be a little bit easier to squeeze out. So you're going to take 4 tablespoons of water, and then you're going to take a fourth of a teaspoon of vitamin E oil. You all know, if you've watched my essential oil video, that I love Jason's vitamin E oil. All of these things I'm talking about you should have on hand in your household anyway. They should be in your parent toolkit. So I'm kind of using things that you should have at home. So we've got a 1/4 teaspoon of the vitamin E oil. And the next thing we're going to do is, to get it to the right safe dilution, we are going to use 8 to 10 drops of our anti-germ oil that we made. And we're going to put that all in here, and we're going to shake it up really good. And because it's silicone, you can squish it around and mush it around. And then that is going to be ready to go. And what I love about these bottles is they have a really cool silicone squeezy top. It just lets a little bit out. It has a little kind of like Y cut in there, and it just lets a little bit out, so you can just use a little bit of a time at a time, and you have a really awesome antibacterial, super moisturizing. I mean, you've got aloe and you've got the vitamin E. This is actually going to be something that's beneficial to your hands instead of something that is going to dry them out and make them just awful. So that was our first recipe. I know, super easy. So The reason I do rollers myself is because you realize how much of it is actually essential oils. You're gonna want to make it yourself because it's like literally like pennies worth of essential oils that are going into these rollers that are probably be sold for $10 and up. So I get packs of these roller balls on Amazon really super inexpensively. So what I'm gonna do is I love this Welletia calendula oil. Tropical Traditions has an unscented massage oil, and I like this one because it's coconut oil, black seed oil, jojoba oil, and palm oil, and they're all organic. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill your roller ball 3/4 of the way. And you're not going to use that many essential oils, but it's better to do less, and then you can add more at the end. So then we're going to take our brand new anti-germ or breathe recipe, and we're going to put, let me show you how few drops are actually in there. So for this dilution, because this bottle is only 1/3 of an ounce, we are going to make a, if you're doing a 3 to 5% dilution, you're doing 9 to 15 drops. That's it, of whatever blend that you make. So 9 to 15 drops with pennies worth of your oil. And like I said, I use the Welletia or Tropical Traditions, massage oil, and put that in the bottle. And then you put the drops of your anti-germ blend in there, or your decongestant blend, or whatever it is. You label your bottle, you put the roller lid on, and then there you go. I mean, literally you can make a roller ball of oil for under, $2. Maybe it ends up being like $2.50 if you're using some really expensive essential oils. Probably not. But you can make roller balls of any kids blends that you like. And I use recipes from using eosafely.com. My girl Leah is just all over safety for children, and I really like to know what is safe. So like I said, if you have children that are older, you can use our Thieves-ish blend of essential oils. And that blend is so it's 40 drops of clove bud essential oil, 35 drops of lemon essential oil, 20 drops of cinnamon bark, or you can use cinnamon leaf, 15 drops of eucalyptus essential oil, and 10 drops of rosemary. And this is only for kids 10 and up, and that can be diffused, or you can dilute it into a roller ball and put it on the bottoms of their feet, diluted only. So that is your recipe for more of like that kind of like the smell that's kind of like the OnGuard. Instead of using a lemon essential oil, you can also use red mandarin, which is, is my favorite, or you can use sweet orange or wild orange. Those things, I've told you that Eden's Garden makes a really lovely wild orange that is amazing. I feel like it's neck and neck with the Doterra one. So nighttime spray that I'm totally obsessed with is formulated myself, thank you very much. That's using pure magnesium oil. You can make magnesium oil yourself, but I find if you get this magnesium oil on Amazon, and what magnesium oil is it's magnesium flakes, which is concentrated salt minerals, basically, and water. So there's not actually oil in here, but you take the pure magnesium oil, and this is what most people are deficient in that helps them sleep. So by making this and adding the essential oils, like sleepy essential oils to it, it's going to help, the magnesium is going to go right in through the feet, and it's going to go into the body and help with the deficiency in the magnesium. And then the essential oils are just going to aid in the sleepy feel. So what is super amazing about this is you can take, a little glass amber spray bottle. And I do have to warn you, this can only be used on feet. It can be used on feet of, kids 1 and up, no problem, but it has to be on feet's bottoms because salt water can sting. And I noticed the bottoms of the feet, are the least agitated by it. So this is definitely something you only want to use on feet bottoms. So you can take your magnesium oil, which is salt and water. If you're going to make it yourself, you do 1 cup of magnesium flakes, and you would boil it with 1 cup of water. And as that dissolves and you strain it, that's what magnesium oil is if you're gonna make it yourself. So if you're gonna buy the magnesium oil like I do, you take your small amber bottle and you're going to fill that almost to the top with your magnesium oil, which is not oil, like I told you. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your lavender, and I like the Florahana Lavender Vera, and you're going to take spearmint because we want it to be kid safe. So we are going to do 20 drops of the Lavender Vera and 5 drops of spearmint. And you go ahead and you add that, and you can use our handy little funnel of our Lavender Vera and 10 drops of spearmint. Spearmint is a kid-safe essential oil for kids that are under 5. And we're only doing 5 drops because that's going to give us a good low dilution. Drops is a 0.5% dilution, so it's super duper safe, especially because we're only putting it on feet bottoms. And we're going to label this nighttime feet spray. And you go ahead and put your sprayer on. And the other thing that this actually helps with, because magnesium naturally helps with constipation. So on little feet bottoms, it actually dual purpose sleep and constipation. It's super, super gentle. It's not like you're gonna have a blowout or someone's gonna, you know, have diarrhea in the morning, but it's a super gentle way to help naturally with constipation, sleep, and the lavender kind of brings down the anxieties and helps them sleep. And multi-purposes to this, but like I said, it only goes on the feet bottom. It's an amazing, amazing recipe. It works amazing for adults too. So I wanted to share some of those things and recipes with you. The last thing I'm going to share with you is an anti-itch spray, because you know kids have all kinds of reasons to itch, usually bug bites and things like that. But it's going to start off with Hazel. And I really love this brand. It's Humphreys. It was used 2 ounces of this, again, in a little spray bottle. So if you're going to use the spray bottle like these in the 2-ounce size, just fill it just under 2 ounces, because we're going to use a very small amount of essential oil. So just under 2 ounces. Squeeze it right in to your spray bottle. And then we're going to add 5 drops of lavender, and I use Lavender Vera. We're going to add 3 drops of frankincense and 3 drops of Melaleuca or tea tree oil. And shake it up, label it in your bottle, anti-itch spray, and you're good to go. So having a diffuser is super important, especially during cold and flu season. And I've kind of talked about my top diffusers with you, but I'm going to talk about my top humidifying diffusers with you. So my favorite all-time diffuser, I think you guys know, is the Aroma Soft. The label's worn off because this one is almost 2 years old. I love this diffuser. It gets the most scent in the air. It gets the most essential oils in the air. It's super inexpensive at like $25 and some odd cents. And it is my top pick for diffuser for large rooms, kids' rooms, everything. I love this diffuser. So there are many that look like it and they do not perform anywhere near as well. I just have to warn you, there are a lot that look like it. And when you open it up, the actual chamber size is different. There's a lot of different things. There's a fan in this one, and some of them don't have a fan that has as much power as this. So even if it looks similar, it's not the same unless it's Aroma Soft. And this company stands behind their product with a lifetime guarantee. They will replace your diffuser. So this diffuser is amazing, and it's worth the extra $5 if some that look similar or like it, look like it, whatever, get good reviews too. Go with this one. I've tried them all. So this is my favorite diffuser. So this is a good way to get your anti-germ, digestant, essential oils in the air. If you've got kids that are sick, I need to clean this. It's really dirty. If you need more oils in the air, I have done a review of this diffuser in the past, and it's the Apollos. And it's a 500 milliliter diffuser, so it has a huge water tank. What I love about this one is it has an absolutely no sound feature, naturally. So none of the buttons make any noises when you push them. There's no beeping at all. It off-emits the teeniest, tiniest bit of light. The little light that says that it's on is teeny tiny, and it's really light. It's really my top diffuser that has like a really big tank for humidifying effect. Like I've said, with all large humidifying diffusers, the essential oil smell goes down hugely. So don't put tons and tons of essential oils in here because of the air that's going to be going through there. It's going to break them down quicker. So you can put like up to 10 drops in this diffuser, and it's still going to get into the air and it's still going to do a good job. Especially it's going to give you a good blast for the first hour or so. But this can run all night long, and it will put 500 milliliters of water in the air, and it's going to do a fantastic job. So this is the one that's in my kids' room. I actually have both of these diffusers in my kids' room at all times, and this one's really kind of to push scent. And this one I only turn on when I need a little extra water in the air if somebody's coughing. So I've always told you guys I have not been into humidifiers, but so many of my parents contacted me and said, we really need a humidifier. We can't like get in the bathroom with our kids. We really need something that pumps way more water into the air. And I've always hated humidifiers because I feel like they always just soak the floor. Well, I found one I think does a really good job now. This is made by a diffuser company called Anypro, and I use their diffusers all the time and I love them. So this one is their actual Aroma humidifier. So the Aroma does not go in the actual water tank. It has a little spot on the top, and basically the vibrations that go through the humidifier allow for some of that aroma to come through. So it has a little aroma thing on the top here, and you actually fill the tank from the bottom. You fill it up like a standard humidifier, but it does an insane job of getting the water up into the air and not just soaking the floor. So I only used it a couple times. I love that it's made from a company that I trust. Anypro is amazing. Their diffusers are amazing. I love their favorite diffusers right now is that 200 milliliter diffuser that they have. And they listen to everything I talk about in my videos with diffusers, how they kind of like, they really listen. So it's the slim design, but it has the bigger tank, so the air isn't circulating. They just do a really good job. So I love Anypro, and this bad boy is their humidifier. Like I said, you fill the tank, it's huge, tons and tons of water in the air. It's really great if you have that kid that really has like a croupy cough or something and they need a ton of water. This is where to go. It has antibacterial and antimicrobial properties, so you're not going to get all that mold and bacteria, and that was the other big things I had with humidifiers. So I figure we better do a giveaway, kind of like in the $50 price point, and we're going to give one away. For this video, with anybody that you think would benefit from it. And you can also share my essential oil company video, because that video has been my baby and everybody needs to know about essential oils and essential oil safety. So if you share those videos, share them on your Facebooks, just write in the comments below, enter the contest. This contest is going to go 30 days from now. We'll go ahead and do the drawing, and you can win a humidifier. And it's a good time with cold and flu season to have a humidifier on hand. So you can win the Anypro humidifier, and it's antibacterial, antimicrobial. Some company, I love their products, and you're gonna love it too. So enter to win that, and I hope you enjoyed everything in this video today. So I hope some of those recipes are helpful to you. I hope some of the ingredients that I use in my essential oil mixings, I feel like witch hazel, magnesium oil, aloe vera, vitamin E, and a basic diluter carrier oil is something that everybody is going to have in their households for kids, especially if you're kind of living the natural way like I am. And these little funnels are great too. But I wanted to share all those with you, and I hope they helped you. So thanks for watching. Bye.